Hi everyone, my name is Fanele. I'm an author and also an inspirational speaker, and in this video I'll be reviewing this book, How I Made My First Million and How You Can Also Do It by Musa Mseleku. This is an amazing book, by the way. For those who doesn't know Musa Mseleku is a businessman with few businesses, and also he is popularly known for a reality show called Uthando Nesithembu. He is leading a polygamous life, and a lot of people have been asking about how is he able to sustain this life. So in this book he shares his secrets on how he made his first million rands. Now this book is a simple and straightforward book. It is an easy read. Have you ever read a book that you feel like you are unqualified to read it because of bombastic words and because you cannot even understand the book? This book is simple one. It contains 14 chapters. It has 160 pages, and I find myself relating to the most things that Musa Mseleku shares on this book. I relate to almost all the stuff that he shared in this book, which is really amazing because I've read a lot of books by Western authors, which I cannot relate to. I wanted a book. Someone was saying that he was poor. He lived in his car like for 6 months. For me, I couldn't relate to that because in South Africa, when you have a car, it is a sign of success. We cannot say you are poor living in a car. It means that you have petrol for your car. It means that you have money to buy the car. So I couldn't relate with the book, but this one I related to it in the highest level, And in the book, I like that he mentioned things like black text. He also mentioned his failures, which is really interesting. For instance, he mentioned that when he started working, he was earning like 10,000, and then he started buying a car. He bought a car, and then he wanted to buy furniture and everything, which was his mistake because he bought those things on credit, which led to him being in debt. Although he wanted to be rich, but the cycle of debt, because he used to open or borrow money to pay for a debt. He used to also skip installments in order to pay some debts, and that made him not to sleep well, which is something that we can relate to is here in South Africa, because there are a lot of people living with debt. And this book also is so practical. He talks about starting his saving money in the bank, banking his money, like saving money like crazy. And also he found that banks have no much interest. You cannot make money by saving. So he started opening kitchen shops in 4 spots. I recommend you to watch the video that this book was motivated by, where he shares his secrets for success. I will link to the video below. He shared that he had 4 spots, he had 4 kitchens in 4 taxi ranks, which is really amazing and is so practical. He started building this business, and that's how he made his first million. But this book doesn't end there. He also shares his mistake when he ventured into property. He started property, and this was going well because he was developing areas especially rural areas, developing apartments and stuff, But he then tried to get into urban areas to expand his businesses, and then he made a lot of problems, and there were a lot of mistakes that he learned along that journey. And it doesn't end there, because he also shares his failures when he was venturing also into the logistic business, the truck business, because trucks costed more. He shares his business that, man, you cannot buy, you know, a business that is already existing, especially if you don't have an in-depth knowledge about that business. And it was interesting enough to also hear about the story on how he was able to have a reality show like on TV, as people know him on TV. And it was an interesting story, and there are lessons that he learned about that, you know, that he shares on this book. And he says that if he knew earlier, you know, about television production and all of those things, he would have made better decisions, because right now he doesn't earn, you know, much, especially because it is his intellectual property, because the TV is owning the idea, and they are just getting paid for the talents that they put in the reality TV show. And in the book also he shared, you know, business ideas and also business knowledge and business strategies. Like for instance, he said that, man, you have to get knowledge about what you are venturing into. You know, you have to get knowledge about the business that you would like to do, and also you have to save money, bank money, and you know, there are a lot of things that I feel like people deserve to know. So I would recommend this book to someone who is an aspiring entrepreneur, someone also who wants to be rich, because in the book he shares that the main aim was to be rich, was to have money, you know. And this made me realize that, man, having money is not a problem, you know. We shouldn't be scared of having money, you know, because money is a tool. You know, we shouldn't have this mentality that money is a root to all evil, which is wrong, but the love of money is, you know. But he shared that he wanted to be rich, and then he acted that way. He also shared the mistakes when he was first starting to work, because he was impressing friends, he was buying food out, you know, so he had to cut the cost in order for him to be able to save. And I will recommend this book to many people. Let me know, will you buy this book? Let me know in the comments section, and I will see you in another video. Cheers.